Hello students and welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Dr. Pooja Malhotra from Dyal Singh College, Karnal. Today we are going to talk on module Management Styles from the paper Principles and Practices of Management. After completing this module, the students will be able to understand the concept of management style. We'll also understand the different types of management styles along with their merits and demerits. We will also know about the factors affecting the management styles. Management plays a crucial role in the success or failure of an organization. Management is what? It is the process of employing different resources in an efficient and effective manner to achieve organizational goals. Now, managers perform various duties and roles in an organization, and how they handle various situations will depend on their management style. So, management style is what? It is the way of behavior of a manager towards his subordinates in order to influence their behavior towards the achievement of organizational goals. Management styles differ from individual to individual, from organization to organization, and from industry to industry. Management styles are affected by the degree of delegation of powers, concern for human relations, etc. Most top level hierarchies may use one specific management style. Others may utilize different style of managing people in the organization. So the purpose of this module is to detail out the meaning of management style and different types of management styles adopted by managers for the achievement of the organizational goals. So if we talk about the meaning of management style, management style means how managers behave with their subordinates so that they can influence their behavior towards the attainment of certain objectives. Management style reflects the behavior or attitude of managers towards their subordinates. The methods or techniques with the help of which a manager establishes his effect on his subordinates are called styles of management. A management style is very much influenced by the level of centralization or decentralization in the organization, as well as other factors like concern for human relations, knowledge level of subordinates, level of supervision, etc. So there are different types of management styles. Different managers use different management styles. Management style of a manager can be based on love and care, while other manager may have the style of getting things done through subordinates with force. Still, there may be managers who try to get the cooperation of subordinates with the help of a mixed style. So, the management styles adopted by different managers can be like as given in this diagram. So basically management styles are of three types: motivational, power-based and result-based. Motivational management styles can further be positive or negative. Power-based styles, which are more prevalent, can be autocratic, democratic or free rein styles of management, while result-based management styles can be employee oriented or production oriented. So now let's talk about these management styles one by one. So the first management style is the motivational management style. In this style of management, The subordinates are motivated to utilize their maximum capabilities for the achievement of organizational objectives. So, motivational management style is of two types. One is positive and the other is negative. So, positive management style means when managers positively motivates their subordinates to work by providing monetary and non-monetary incentives and satisfying their needs so as to direct their activities towards the achievement of organizational goals. Monetary incentives include like increase in salaries, share in profits, giving bonus, etc. While non-monetary benefits include employees' participation in decision making or providing better working conditions or respecting their feelings, etc. The employees also feel satisfied with this style of management and they start their work with full commitment and dedication. This style of management helps in establishing cordial relationship between employer and employees. Hence, it also helps in achieving industrial peace. So, let's talk about the benefits or advantages of the positive motivational management style. It increases the employee satisfaction because employees are involved in decision making process. That also results into lower employee turnover. There will be less shifts in the jobs. There will be cordial relationships of employer and employee because employees are more satisfied. That this style also increases the morale that results into high productivity. The harmonious relations of employer and employee results into harmonious industrial relations. And this style also helps in achievement of the organizational goals. However, there are certain negative aspects of this style also because the employees are involved in decision making process, so that can result into delay in decision making. There can also be lack of coordination among the various viewpoints of the employees. And this method can be used only when the organization is having trained and educated employees. So, therefore, this style of management should be adopted carefully, keeping in mind whether the performance of employees is in accordance with the incentives given or not. On the other hand, the second motivational style is negative management style. In this style of management, the subordinates are again motivated to do work but by not providing monetary and non monetary incentives. But they are motivated by negative motivation, that is, by using unhelpful behavior. It includes getting the work done through coercion or force, removing from job, deduction from salary, stopping increments or bonus, etc. Under this style, the managers get work from employees with a very strong hand. In case of any default or faulty work on the part of subordinates, the punishment is awarded. So the benefits of this negative motivational style is it results into quick decisions because decisions are framed by the managers. There is no employee involvement, so there is no unnecessary delay in taking decisions. The performance is under control. Since the work performance of employees is under strict control, so managers are more satisfied with the quantity and the quality of the work. And this style can also be used for less educated employees. This style is very useful for less educated and trained persons because they are not involved in decision making process, so they work under close supervision of managers. Hence, the method is useful for less trained and less educated employees. This style also results into motivation for managers. This style gives a source of motivation to managers because they have all the powers and get the work done through employees as they desire. So it acts as a sort of motivation for them to do better in future. Beside advantages, there are certain disadvantages of this style also, like lack of motivation. This style of management does not motivate employees to perform because they are not involved, they are not asked by the managers. So, dissatisfaction amongst the employees. Since employees are not given any participation under this style of management, so it leads to dissatisfaction amongst them. High employee turnover. This style leads to high absenteeism and frequent shifts and turnovers. Burden on managers is increased. All the directions are to be given by the managers, and also a close supervision is required towards the work done by the subordinates. Hence, this style of management results into a great burden on the managers. Now, it is difficult to determine which style of the two, positive and negative management style, will be useful. Both have their merits and demerits. So, whereas the first style boosts the morale level of employees, it can make them careless also. In the second style of management, where the careless employees can be made to work, but it reduces their dedication. So, generally, the managers adopt a mixed form of management style depending upon the conditions and situations. So, the second type of management style is power based management styles. In this type of management, managers make use of their powers. The use of powers does not mean the manager will keep an unnecessary pressure on the subordinates. But all the styles under this category are related with the authority of the managers. Sometimes managers use their absolute authority with no delegation of powers. Sometimes the managers use their authority a little less, with a minimum amount of delegation of powers. And still, there are some situations when managers don't use their authority at all, with full delegation of powers. So, the different forms of this style of management are as follows. So, the first form of management style under power based management style is the autocratic or authoritarian management style. An autocratic manager makes all decisions himself and centralizes the powers. The manager does not consider the needs of subordinates. He expects the subordinates to do work without any question or changing of his orders. The subordinates are not given any opportunity to give their opinions in respect of any decision. The manager used to motivate the subordinates to do tasks through fear or threats of punishment, etc. This style of management is mostly applied in military and police forces, or in the organizations where the assumptions of McGregor's theory X holds true. It can also be applied in situations where time for discussions or opinions is not available and the work has to be done immediately. So, if we talk about the features or characteristics of autocratic management style, these are: this style creates formal relations between managers and his subordinates. Under this style, the manager centralizes the powers. He does not delegate any powers. All decisions are taken by manager himself. In this kind of organization, the negative motivation prevails in the form of threats or fears of punishment or penalties. This type of style assumes McGregor's Theory X characteristics of employees. Theory X considers that, on the whole, workers dislike their work and have little inherent motivation to perform well. Therefore, if organizational goals are to be met, the managers must rely heavily on detailed rules and instructions, on close monitoring, and on the threat of punishment to gain employee compliance. In this style, one way communication prevails in the organization, and that from managers to subordinates. Under this style of management, a close supervision and control is exercised over the subordinates. So let's discuss the advantages and disadvantages of autocratic management style. So if we talk about the benefits of autocratic management style, these can be like, first of all, it results in quick decisions because all the decisions have to be framed by managers themselves. No employee involvement is there. Second is, the employees are provided with structured work as laid out by the managers for them to do. So there will be no confusion amongst the employees. Managers can ensure satisfactory work as the work is done under his close supervision. It provides a source of motivation for managers because they have more powers as compared to employees. This style is useful for less educated employees because the work is to be done under close supervision of managers. As there are benefits, there are certain demerits also. This style demotivates the subordinates because it does not involve the employees in decision making process, so it will lower their morale and hence productivity also. There may be dissatisfaction amongst the subordinates. So as a result, there will be more labor turnover and shifts in the job. It can overburden the managers because of centralization of powers. It badly affects the creativity of the employees because they are not given powers to give suggestions or involved in decision making process. So autocratic management style can further be categorized into three categories. These are paternalistic management style, consultative management style, and persuasive management style. So first talk about paternalistic management style. It is an autocratic style, but it also considers the subordinates' needs. The manager listens to the needs, views, opinions, and feedback of the subordinates. However, the ultimate decision making capacity lies with the manager. Such a manager motivates and helps the subordinates to work like the members of a family. Subordinates also got motivated with this style of management. The second variation of autocratic management style is consultative management style. It is an autocratic management style, but with feedback from the employees is encouraged to maintain morale. Before taking final decisions, managers get feedback and opinions of the employees. This style motivates the employees and hence results in lowering the labor turnover. The third form is persuasive management style. In this style of management, the manager spends more time working with his subordinates and tries to convince them regarding the benefits of the decision. So it is again an autocratic style because the manager takes the ultimate decision. The second type under power-based management style is democratic or participative management style. The democratic or participative management style is opposite to autocratic style. Here, The manager decentralizes the authority and powers. The manager takes the decision after consulting the subordinates. It also includes two-way communication between manager and the subordinates. The manager respects the suggestions and the feedback provided by the subordinates. And the employees also feel as a part of the organization and are positively motivated towards the achievement of the enterprise goals. So let's discuss the features of a democratic or participative management style. Various features we can derive from the discussion we have already held. This is a decentralization of authority under this management style. The cooperative relations exist between managers and the employees, and under this style, there is no need of close supervision or control over the work of employees. The democratic style uh, gives two-way communication from upward to downward as well as from downward to upward. Employees are positively motivated and decisions are taken by the manager with the participation of the subordinates. Let's talk about the advantages and disadvantages of the democratic or participative management style. So, first, if we talk about the merits of this style, first of all, it results into high morale of the subordinates and also increases their productivity level. This style results in harmonious relations amongst the managers and subordinates, and staff turnover is also reduced. There is full utilization of creativity, and the efficiency of the subordinates is ensured. Under this style, two-way communication is possible from bottom to up and vice versa. If we talk about the demerits, it results into delay in decision making. There may be differences in the opinions of the employees. It also requires well educated and trained employees. So, this style can be adopted only if the organization is having educated and trained employees. There may be dissatisfaction amongst managers with regard to loss of their powers. So, that can result into loss of morale power of the managers. The third form of power-based management style is free rein or laissez-faire management style. In free rein or laissez-faire management style, the subordinates are given full freedom to do their work. They set their own goals and take decisions to achieve their goals. Hence, managers give full powers and authority to subordinates to frame their own plans, procedures, and decisions. There is less intervention on the part of manager. He performs more like a mentor. So, free rein management style can be featurized as it provides independent decision making system for the subordinates. This style is based on the principle of decentralization of authority. Under this style, it requires less supervision from managers because the full authority powers are given to the employees to work. It develops a sense of responsibility amongst the subordinates, and this system also allows two-way communication. So, the advantages of this laissez-faire management style can be because employees are fully involved, so it boosts the morale of employees, hence which results into increase in productivity. This style needs less supervision and control on the part of managers, and it is easy to achieve self-directed goals by the subordinates. However, there are certain demerits of this style also, as under this style, there is no close supervision and control by the managers, so it becomes difficult for them to establish coordination amongst the subordinates. Also, the managers can feel loss of power, hence dissatisfied. And this style can be suitable only if the organization is having educated and trained employees. So, out of all the three management styles which we have already discussed under power based management style, which one is suitable? The use of any style depends upon the knowledge of the manager, his behavior, and demand of situations. Particular style may be useful in some particular situation, while some other style may be useful in some other situation. Generally, human nature does not like to work under strict control and no control at all. So it requires a midway, which is possible only in democratic management style. So in present scenario, most of the organizations use democratic style of management. The third main category of management styles is result based management styles. In this management style, the manager keeps in mind the results of various jobs. Under this style, the managers either consider the employee's welfare to be most important than anything else, or more attention is given towards the means of achieving desired results. Now, in the first situation, if managers keep up liftment of subordinates, that will automatically help in accomplishment of the objectives. According to the second situation, rather than keeping the interest of the subordinates in mind, the attention is kept centered towards the new techniques of production. So, in this way, the result based management style is of two types, which are briefly discussed now. So, the first style under this category is employees oriented management style. In this management style, the managers consider the subordinates above all others. This concept is based on the idea that if the employees are treated in a human way, their feelings are respected, their problems are solved, and work conditions are improved, the desired results are automatically achieved. So, this style motivates the employees to work unitedly. So, if we talk about the merits of this style of management results into high morale of employees and hence increase in productivity. Employees under this style are more satisfied and hence it creates a sense of responsibility amongst them to achieve the objectives of the organization. And as the employees are more committed and devoted, hence managers also need less supervision. Now, demerits of this style cannot be used where most of the employees in the groups happen to be careless and irresponsible. And the success of this method depends upon the physical ability of managers to understand the feelings of the employees. The manager must be able to understand the wishes of the employees in time so that arrangements can be done without any delay to satisfy them. The second style under this category is production oriented management style. In this style of management, the attention is given towards the increase in production or achievement of results rather than human welfare. Under this style, the managers focus on adopting new techniques of production, keeping employees busy, and motivating them regularly to work. This will result into achievement of organizational objectives easily, and there is no need to adopt a human attitude towards the employees. Now, if we talk about merits and demerits of this style, the merits of this style are, first of all, maximum production can be achieved with minimum cost. The focus of manager is on achievement of results. Hence, organizational objectives can be achieved easily. Managers are more powerful in this style of management as they give directions and all to the employees to get the work done through them. Now, if we talk about the demerits, the employees feel unsatisfied because they are not given attention in this style of management, and there are frequent shifts in turnover because of a feeling of insecurity and instability amongst the employees. It is possible in this style to affect economy in production cost for a short time, but not on a long term basis. Now, which style is suitable? After going through both the styles under the result based leadership style, it can be concluded that the employee oriented management style is more useful because the employees feel motivated, and hence this motivation is effective for a long time. Employees are more committed and devoted towards achievement of objectives. Let's discuss the factors which affect management styles. So now, as we have talked about different styles of management, now the question is which style of management to adopt. There is not a single style which can be considered useful at first sight. Management style is influenced by several factors. So a manager therefore consider various factors or forces while choosing the management style, which can be summarized as the first one is managers related factors. The factors operating in manager himself, which include the personality of the manager, nature and characteristics, qualities and job skills, value system, interactions, skills, self confidence, confidence in subordinates, feeling of security, etc. Some managers believe that employees by nature are shirkers and careless. So, manager with such ideas considers autocratic management style or production oriented and negative management styles more useful. There are some other managers who have faith in the capability of their subordinates. They think that democratic, positive, and employee oriented management styles are more useful. Hence, the work of style or his nature or his faith in his subordinates determines the choice of management style. The second major factor is the subordinates related factors. These are the factors which operate in the group of subordinates which the manager have to manage. These include the perceptions and attitude of subordinates towards the manager, towards their task, and towards organizational goals. Skills, knowledge, needs, expectations of group members, size and nature of group, etc. If the people working in an organization have the nature of working willingly, have the will to understand and solve the problems of the enterprise, they consider themselves as a part of the enterprise and regard the development of the enterprise as their own development and are desirous of establishing industrial peace, then democratic management style will be more useful. On the other hand, autocratic management style should be adopted regarding people with opposite qualities. The third major factor is the situational or the organizational level forces. These are the other impersonal factors or forces in the work environment of the manager and his subordinates, like organization structure, extent of delegation and decentralization of powers, authority relationships, organizational goals, policies, control systems, nature of job, trade unions and their influence, political, economic, natural, socio, and cultural environment. Management style also depends upon size of organization also. The big size of the organization requires the managers to distribute his authority among the subordinates, and consequently, the democratic management style shall have to be adopted. On the other hand, where the size of organization is small, the manager himself controls all the activities and the autocratic style is adopted. The work conditions under which the work is to be performed also determines the management style. Is there industrial peace? Is the environment clean at the workplace? If it is so, the democratic management style will be useful, while in the reverse situation, it will be useful to adopt autocratic management style. So students, let us summarize what we have learned in this module. Management is very important for the effective functioning of an organization, and there are different styles of management which can be adopted by the managers for influencing the behavior of the subordinates towards the achievement of organizational goals. So basically, the managers can adopt autocratic, democratic, or free rein management styles. The factors which affect these styles are degree and level of decentralization and delegation of authority and powers to subordinates, sense of human relations and their needs, knowledge, education level of subordinates, motivation, type of communication flow, etc. So different style work in different situations. Managers can also adopt a mix of these styles according to situations. So in present scenario, if we talk about democratic styles along with various variants are more successful.